Politics is really a game of numbers, and right now, all the presidential candidates contesting in the coming general elections are doing the most to gather these numbers to themselves and hope that at the end of the day, these numbers convert in their favor. We've seen so many people take to the street to pledge support in a solidarity walk for the candidates that they think is best for Nigeria from 2023. Trust me, guys, listen really good. Don't let anybody tell you that social media is not a real place. Don't let anybody tell you that social media noise is not effective. We've seen young people do crazy things because of what they saw on social media, how be it positive or negative, or what someone said to them on this same social media, right? Yes, we say it from random people that they've never met. But words, they say, travel faster and permeate even faster than anything else. But hey, it is not just the young people who have been hit by the social media wave. The old and the aged have also had their fair share as well. And while some of them have handled it with maturity, some have definitely reacted like kids, or even worse in time past. Yes, there were many reactions last week as the VP candidate of the APC showed up in what I'd consider a combination of the past and the distant future in his chosen fashion style at the NBA conference. Just check Shettima out. See, fine dude now. But what exactly did you all say was wrong with this dressing? For me, it's not different from this or this. They are really all in the same WhatsApp group. What is most amazing is that he speaks so well and articulately so. A very brilliant guy, I must say. And it's even more amazing that he led the Nigerian defense troop to the battle with his two left legs. I wish he had led them while he was governor though. Governor of the embattled Borno State. But he seemed to have housed or even led the insurgents who took over his state throughout his tenure. What is most amazing is that his PR is even stronger than the insurgency in Borno State. But alas, Borno State is too embattered to have been led by someone who can put his foot on the ground. Okay, now I see the need for those sneakers. They looked just like war boots. Just imagine Shettima bouncing in those sneakers at Sambisa Forest. Let's go! I mean, how do they say it? But then guys, let's get serious. I loved his speech, I really did.
And as Chinua Achebe said, the problem of Nigeria is purely and essentially that of leadership. Once we get the leadership question right, everything will fall into place.
I did love his speech. His eloquence and articulation precede him. And we have to give that to him really and truly. Though it's easy to conclude that a mind that can combine that kind of fashion style can completely destroy a nation. However, his brilliance might just be enough to save what is already destroyed.
In this age when others are talking of artificial intelligence, when others are talking of nanotechnology or biotechnology, we need a leader who has the skill set, who has the understanding of the global economy to shepherd us in this age. And if you get one, you are getting one for free.
Again, if you think that social media is ineffective, then think again. Because, see Shettima here, he came back to respond to the social media outrage. But this time, he wore his Babariga jejely, make it for no cost quarrel.
NBA conference was held at Echo Hotel.
Let's get something straight, guys. Every marketing communication has a strategic direction. The best strategists are those who can own their stuff, turn it around and represent it to the same people. What do I mean? Do you see what APC did with Emilokon? Turn it around, hang a campaign communication around it, and now Shettima returns to say that he dressed like an ancient clown because he knew that another presidential candidate had a meeting to plot mischief against him.
When I sent my recce team One of the presidential candidates, he funded his agents. They held meetings for 3 consecutive nights to commend his chief. When I was told that it's a hostile crowd, I'm a banker. I was trained by one of the best bankers in the world. I'm a Jim Obia boy. I deliberately wore sneakers to smoke at them.
Interesting. Again, turn the narrative around and represent it to the same audience. Sometimes that's real power. Don't get it twisted. You see, Nigeria is not a real place. It's not a real country. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Because what is all of this by you Nigerians? Isn't it bad enough that you all make him an object of caricature? But you went ahead to even create a fashion challenge around his dressing. Really, Nigerians, really? See, we know his dress was funny, right? We all agree. But stop pressing it in. Stop it! Chai! These guys will ban Twitter again when they come in. Watch it. They will ban Twitter again. In fact, this time, they might even add Instagram and Facebook to the ban self. While people were making jokes about Shettima's fashion sense, Atiku, on the other hand, took to the stage to brag about his experience and all the experiences he has gathered since 1998 and why Nigerians should bring this experience back. Like I said, Nigeria is not a real place because some people literally said, God forbid, when he made that statement. Let's take a look.
98, 99, Nigeria has never found itself in such a very, very critical joint in our history. Today, we have had all the negative indices as far as our country. Today, we are more disunited as a nation. We have never experienced this level of poverty. We have never experienced this state of insecurity. We have never experienced this level of unemployment. We have recognized all these negative developments in our history. What is important is how do we tackle these challenges. And this is where history and also experience beckon on us to make sure that we don't get it wrong at this point in time. Otherwise, if we get it wrong at this point in time, I don't know when we will ever get it right.
Really and truly, anyone will be confident enough to brag about their experiences, right? And Atiku does so at every opportunity.
And somebody asked me, how do you give every part of this country a sense of belonging? I referred them to the situation we found Nigeria in 1998-99 when we came into office. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have had an experience. And it is that experience that I said must be brought back.
But I want to ask Nigerians a question. Why don't you want Atiku? Like, why? I really want to understand why. Why? Like, why? Anyway, moving on. This one is even more funnier than anything that we have seen.
All other protocols duly.
Back to the issue of communication strategy, right? Remember in 2011, when the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, was contesting for the presidency. Do you remember what his strategic direction was? I had no shoes. Nigerians bought that, of course, yet there was no visible change. Remember again in 2015, when you all had to contribute money for the campaign of the current president. The story then was that he is supposedly the only head of state who didn't steal public funds while he was in government. But his government now have stolen Nigeria dry, completely dry. Why am I bringing all of this back to your memories? I need you to think beyond their campaign strategic communication and begin to ask more poking questions about the different segments of the already failed country and what their plan is to fix it. Please move on from this whole, because you might not have given anybody 1 naira, yet someone could have given somebody 2 naira on your behalf. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not even saying it might happen, even though it can. And I've not said it's a bad thing, even though it's bad. All I'm saying is that it's a strategy like every other strategy, right? Isn't it interesting how every opposition has the statistics of the dysfunctional segment of the country whenever they are contesting? Like, you know everything that has gone wrong with the previous government. They can tell you the percentage of unemployment and even compare it with other countries, but they will never give you a plan for solving it. We have to very quickly move away from the hysteria of speaking about the problems and segue quickly into communicating strategic plans and solutions. For a fact, not every day I did not give anybody 1 naira. Oga, we've heard you. Like, really, what else would there?
You know that from my election petition to my impeachment to my tenure interpretation. And again, whenever people talk about corruption in the legal or in the judiciary, and one who takes exception, in all this journey, I did not give anybody 1 naira.
Èmi ló kàn. Anyway, speaking of the corruption in the legal system, as Peter Obi said, I don't know how to believe that there are no corrupt legal practitioners, because some of the things that happened in the last NBA conference are mind-boggling. Really, guys. When they said secure the bag, we didn't realize that it was someone else's bag this meant. Because how can personal effects and belongings go missing in such a huge amount at a professional conference? Oh, a professional conference of learned colleagues.
Into that hall, our colleagues stole bags. Our colleagues stole phones. Our colleagues beat up staff.
Really? Wow. Not even 1 or 2 bags, but as many can be. So many, and embarrassingly so, that even the NBA president had to cry out. Nigeria is finished. Like, how do you embarrass the so-called prestigious legal profession like that? How? Well, all the lawyers that stole things should just get their own lawyers ready, because trial is coming faster than you might have thought. Because the NBA leadership have said that culprits will be properly dealt with. I hope that they follow through with this, that they won't just be like the Nigerian police who will cover up for their own people.
Because we have video evidence, we are going to get the experts to look through those videos. And you have my assurance, and you have YC's assurance that anybody found culpable for embarrassing our association and our nation like this will definitely be sanctioned.
But who would have thought that the people we hire to represent us in cases will now need to hire their own colleagues to represent them in this case? My Lord, may I? May I, my Lord? May I? Somehow, I can already imagine one lawyer who stole bags at the NBA conference screaming in his defense. But one Lagbaja stole public funds and properties too, and nothing happened. So, èmi ló kàn. Or imagine someone asking, my learned colleague, why did you steal my Gucci bag? And her response will be, èmi ló kàn. Nigeria is not a real place. But I need to understand something, guys. Really. Why is Nigeria like this? Why are we like this? How exactly did we get here? How? Chai! To fiakwa. Anyway, this is what you get when you invite only 3 out of more than 10 presidential candidates for your conference. I'm sure some of the other candidates will be somewhere right now and be like, God catch you now. You see me, you know, invite me. Somebody like Sowore and the rest of them. Why wouldn't they invite me? Am I not a presidential candidate? While all the drama was going on at the NBA conference in Lagos, it is said that Wike, the Rivers State governor, led some other PDP governors to see Bola Ahmed Tinubu in France. It is said, no, I was not there. I was not there. I know they there. But what could have been the purpose of that meeting? Did Wike and the other PDP governors go to negotiate their place in Tinubu's government? Or did they go there to pledge their support? Like, questions we need to ask. What could have been the reason Bola Ahmed Tinubu would bust his invitation to the prestigious NBA conference and elope to France to meet with the PDP governors? Don't you all want to know why? Well, please tell me in case you find out before me. The only thing I know is that they are planning something. I'm sure you agree, because Tinubu is a master planner. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's just keep our fingers crossed to see what will come out of this.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I urge you, I beseech you, I call on you to use your rational sense of judgment. Make informed judgment on who you are going to vote for in the next dispensation. It's absolutely essential that you vote for competence, for capacity, for a leader who can lead us to the promised land. It's absolutely essential. Yes.
Anyway, regardless of all the higgy-haga of things that are going on in the country at this time, I need you all to remember that there is a strategy deployed by every single person contesting for a public office. And many times, this strategy has absolutely nothing to offer you. It is just to get them into government. So while you are making decisions or preparing for who you will eventually thumbprint for in the coming elections, always remember that the next 4 years of your life, the next 4 years of your existence, or 8 years, howbeit, will be dependent on whoever you choose to represent you. So be sure that you are gathering all the information you require, necessary to make you and help you make informed decisions. Thank you for watching and for joining our show today. I hope you have a great week. Bye for now.